should you make it past the Pandas, who would you rather face in the championship? St. Louis, the Arch-Bishops, or the defending champion Armenia Eagles? Last question, I promise. Dimitri, who would you rather face? I feel like you were ready to answer that.
I think we're underdogs in both cases, but yeah, I would like to play against some world-class players. So I guess St. Louis, but okay, Armenia would also be a nice challenge.
So it's a choice of playing, I guess, against someone like Fabiano on board one, or dethroning the champions yourself, right? Given that the Eagles are the defending champs. So, but you still probably rather face St. Louis if you had to choose.
Yeah, I like playing against strong players, and yeah, I would. So.
Well, who do you think you have a better chance against? Not to talk any trash or anything, but who do you think you guys stack up better against? Who would you?
Maybe also against St. Louis, because I think Armenia has a lot of very underrated players. So yeah, that's very tough. And I heard that St. Louis is not playing with Siso and Fabiano Caruana, so maybe we have a chance there.
Okay. Well, Ina, you'll be playing, so I'll ask you next. As a player and manager, who would you rather face in the championship?
The Bishops.
Bishops. Wow, that was decisive. Why?
Well, we have. Well, they are not able to bring their strongest team since Wesley So is not available, which, I mean, increases the chances. So it's simply like that. While Armenia has been doing really well, and they are a tough team.
Okay. Georg, what do you think?
From the moment I saw that Armenia signed up to play a qualifier to get into the Pro Chess League last year, I knew that they are going to be very serious contenders to win the whole thing. So I've seen the Armenians play in the national team. I've played against them various times, and they are all fighters in a positive sense. And you can never relax when you play them in a team event. So from my own personal experience, I like not to cross swords with them.
Okay. Wang Yue, did you struggle with jet lag at all last year? Obviously, you're flying from China to San Francisco. Was it hard for you? Was there any jet lag last year?
去年的时候有没有怎么说经历一些倒时差那种感觉？
肯定有一点吧，但是还好。
Just a little bit. He's used to that.
But he's used to that because he's a chess professional, right?
Yeah.
Traveling everywhere. Yeah. Well, the matchup across the room will be St. Louis versus Armenia. Who would you rather face? Do you want to get Armenia for a chance at revenge, or would you rather face off against St. Louis? I'm going to ask that question for every teammate. Maybe Wang Yue first, and then Zhang Di, and then Li Qiao.
这是反正对所有人都是回答同样的问题嘛。首先是王老师在李老师。
那肯定是希望是亚美尼亚，今年碰到他们我们弄死他，肯定是这个道理的。
So for Wang Yue, and he said, of course we want to meet Armenia Eagles in the final, and we want to revenge.
I love it. Yeah. Okay. What about Zhang Di? He's new. He doesn't have the same feelings of revenge. But do you want to play Armenia as well, Zhang Di?
你觉得当时你想跟哪个队伍打对象？亚美尼亚是我们去年输给了他们，然后圣路易斯那个队是有那个哈拉纳。
我觉得哪个队都挺强的，反正对于我来说。
He has no idea about these two teams. He thinks this both of these two teams are very strong. So he doesn't care which team we will meet in the final.
Got it. Well, Li Qiao, I mean, as both a player and a manager, right? Who would you rather play against, and who do you think your team stacks up better against, St. Louis or Armenia?
In my mind, I do not think more because I want to face Pandas first, then wait for the news, and I think it's easy because we should step by step to improve. I think this is very important for us.
Spoken like that's a good managerial answer, right? That's the right mindset as a manager. Yeah.
Very official answer from the manager.
Yeah, that's good. He passed the test. He passed my secret test that I laid for him. If you guys get past St. Louis again, who would you rather face in the championship, the Snowballs or the Pandas?
We want to repeat the same. So we will beat these guys at the first St. Louis and then Chinese guys.
As a manager, I am much more practical. Obviously, let's say if we will face the Chinese Pandas, of course it depends from the lineup, but usually Chinese and Armenians are both in the same category. They are very hard fighters and etc. And we will prefer Snowballs because I am practical, and with Snowballs I think have much better chances.
Let me ask Shant and Hike the same question. Shant, who would you rather face if you guys beat St. Louis? Who would you rather face, the Pandas or the Snowballs?
Pandas, I think.
Okay.
Repeat.
Yes,
Okay, so the players want to repeat. They've got that bravado, but the manager says Snowballs. He wants the inexperienced team. Hike, what do you think?
Yes, of course, Pandas is a very strong team.
And whom you prefer?
But who would you rather play then? You'd rather play the Snowballs then?
Which team,
Snowballs, yeah, he is telling the another team. And again, we are speaking about final, not for a third place match. So first we need to win St. Louis, which is much more difficult task rather than to win in a final.
Well, you talked about your match strategy. Obviously, we know Fabiano Caruana, the biggest name in many ways there, at least as far as classical chess and the classical following. But who else, when you look at the St. Louis lineup, obviously you don't know exactly who's playing, but who do you predict will be there, Artur?
But we know the lineup.
Oh, that's right. It was published yesterday. I didn't want to give any spoilers. So
I get surprised because I mean we do not know our lineup how they are already published. But thanks for them, so we will prepare.
It's easier for them. So what do you think then? Who when you look at that lineup, what are some of the weaknesses you think? I mean, be honest. Give us your thoughts here, Artak. How would you pick apart their team?
I think the board for which is completely on. I even tried to look on his Chess.com games and etc. because he never played any single game. It's something that we need to explore over the board. And let's see, because the rest of the team are more or less they played. We can at least know the strategy, and therefore also we pick the second part of the game. So we will have a much more time to also prepare in our hotel rooms, and hopefully the other guys will produce something innovative.
The Armenia Eagles in many ways won the whole thing because of their blitz prowess, their rapid prowess, and I think for everybody they were considered a massive underdog, even against you guys without your 2700s, and then certainly against Xiongdu in the finals. When we talked to them, they really gave a lot of credit to the fact that they have several players over 2,900 at Blitz on Chess.com and just how comfortable they are if matches make it to a tiebreak. So let me ask you the tough question. If a match with them goes to a tiebreak, do you feel you have the Blitz prowess on your lineup to stop them?
Yep. Because that's how we constructed the lineup for here.
Well, I'll ask you an even more tough question specific. Who do you think is a harder blitz person for them to face, Benjamin Bach or Fabiano Caruana?
Well, that's what I was just getting at. We had the U.S. Collegiate Rapid and Blitz in March held at SLU, and Benjamin Bach in the second out of 50 players, 50 strong players, to get second place in that Blitz event. And it has the same time control as the Gauntlet. So if they can get through Benjamin Bach, guess what? We got one of the best players.
So was that part of your strategy? My team and I do preparation for these interviews, and I think one of the fair tough questions is Fabiano, while being the world number 2 and obviously deserving of amazing praise for his classical chess, has sometimes taken heat for not being quite as good at blitz as some of his peers at the highest level. So was fielding Benjamin Bach like part of your match strategy?
Well, no doubt about it. That we're bringing the young guns to San Francisco, and they can blitz it out. Him, Theodoro, Julian, they can blitz it out with anybody from the other three teams.
I love it. I love the match strategy we're getting into here.
Now I understand why Jacobian's not around.
Classic. Hey, Var's not the worst Birch player.
No, let's bring the young guns now.
The young gun, yeah.
I was expecting Mike would put Fabiano, Jacobian, Benjamin Bock, and what's his name?
Bloomer.
Josh Bloomer.
And Josh Bloomer.
Yeah. Okay, well, it makes sense. So let me ask you another question. So let's say you get past Armenia, and you're looking across the other side of the semifinal. You've got the the Baden-Baden Snowballs, and the Xiangdu Pandas. Who would you rather face out of those two teams? Asking you, Mike, first.
Oh, honestly, this probably would sound like a cliche answer, but I don't give cliche answers. But honestly, I don't care. We're going down there with unfinished business from last year. Our goal is to knock out Armenia.